Achieving maritime decarbonization in the Mediterranean and beyond requires coordinated policy action, technological flexibility, port readiness, and robust analytical tools. Through its integrated methodology and the MSSO platform, GreenMED provides a foundational framework for steering this transition from high-level ambition to practical, implementable pathways.
This project is a shining example of collaboration, innovation, and commitment to a sustainable maritime future. Provides critical insights into the fleet energy demand, regional fuel supply chains, and decarbonization pathways, thus helping us to make informed decisions for a cleaner shipping in the Mediterranean. A highlight of this project is the Mediterranean Sustainable Shipping Observatory platform, which means as a practical tool that brings together data, analysis, and pre-feasibility assessment to support the transition towards low-carbon shipping. It will serve as a lasting resource for policymakers, industry stakeholders, and research alike.
Shipping contributes, as people said before, approximately 3% of global greenhouse gas emissions. That might sound modest for many years now, and I've heard many times, but the industry is responsible for over 80% of global trade by volume, which means basically that every product actually includes Scope 3, which means that it's a part of the shipping. So decarbonization does matter enormously.
The problem lies on the fragmentation of the industry voices and views. When the industry approaches Brussels to lobby, and I was in zillion of these meetings, if the north side of Europe signals one thing and the southern side another thing, so this is music to the ears of the regulators. They will do whatever they want. If you present a solid proposal, well argumented, then you have more chances to succeed. This is my humble advice.
But what we need in the next year is more bottom-up. We need the researchers, the knowledge, the industry, explaining how things work. Because the regulator, at the end of the day, has a very difficult work.
Mr. Dimitriadis, regarding the necessity to reduce policy risks based on data, based on insights, based on actual things that we can have and can prove to show to the industry that it is a marathon from Mr. Koukalis, and indeed it is, because we see obstacles, we need to keep pressing and we need to keep moving forward. And then I have noted down that we have in Greece, due to the Fuel EU Maritime Regulation, the tools, or we will have the tools to fund this transition, or try to fund this transition in a correct way. And we have also a number of tools coming from the EU, but we need, of course, to dig in, because there are a lot of them, and it is crucial to note all this down, and let's see what the industry...
As I said, it's very interesting how, the industry is seeing from a different angle the whole situation, but I truly believe that this osmosis between, the various players, it's very, very... sometimes policy making and the industry can be far away. We need to bring them closer.
Of course, the ports should lead this transition, but this depends a lot of what is the governance structure of the port. Not all the ports are the same. Some are private, some are public, some are public-private, and this changes a lot the business model. Each port has a different business model.
A sustainable supply chain is not only low carbon emissions. It's actually more than that. It's more about resilience, more about transparency. It's more about digital enabled, financial sound and inclusive of the people who make the system run, from engineers and officers to cargo planners and port operators.
So we must decide properly which of these technologies can go us to the next centuries without environmental impact, and then to implement the rules as necessary. Then we have these 5-10 years in front of us for this.
And let's not forget that industry is business. We are talking about economics and economic activities and growth and wealth, competitiveness. This is all business. Regulations is politics, and it's not always business. So there has to be more dialogue.
The choices that you have is A, bake a very good cake, B, don't bake a cake at all, and C, try to bake a cake and be miserable at the results. So we must decide what we want to do. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you.
GreenMED leaves behind a mature, scalable, and data-driven foundation that can continue supporting regional decarbonization efforts beyond the project's lifetime through the MSSO.